Hey everybody, it's Sean from GoPart.com. We're here today working with a 2003 Honda CR-V. These are great little compact SUVs. We're going to be showing you how to replace the passenger side mirror. The driver's side is going to be about the same, and this installation should be about the same for any 2002 to 2006. Sorry about the breeze if that's hitting the camera there and giving you some of that ruffling. Fairly easy installation. We're going to need an 8mm socket and a ratchet. As you can see here, we actually already pried and removed the trim panel. There are two small clips that hold into place. I just used a flat blade screwdriver. Pops right out. We do have to take off the door panel to access the wiring harness. So we're going to show you how to do that as well. There is a shortcut that we may actually use if you want to see the full door panel installation video. We will have one of those as well. You'll be able to find it probably right next to this one on YouTube. Either way, what we're going to be doing is we're going to use a Phillips screwdriver. This clip here we have to get rid of, and then of course the 8mm bolts that hold the mirror to the door. What I'm going to show you how to do is I'm going to remove this pin, and then we're going to pull the door panel back just enough so that we can go ahead and access that wiring harness here. I actually have not taken this door panel off yet, so for all I know I'm going to get halfway through it and realize I do have to take the whole door panel off. But on most of these Hondas you can usually get by with just doing that. So what you do for this pin is you just push the center in, and that disengages it. Alright, and then you want to take a flat blade screwdriver, and you can go ahead and get it out of there. Just like that. And you're going to have a series of clips that are going to secure all that. So there's going to be some clips right here. Pull the door free. Pull the door panel free. And we are going to have to take off the door panel. Okay. So we use our flat blade screwdriver. We have the Phillips screwdriver, of course, that we just showed you, and then our 8mm socket and a ratchet. So we'll go ahead and get started. Right inside your door handle here is a little, sort of like a little screw cover. You want to pry and remove it. May need a smaller screwdriver. This one's a little bit big. Let's see if it'll... Get a smaller one. Get this little panel out. There's a little tab on top. It can be kind of a pain to get to. You want to push in and pry down. There we go. So you got a little tab around the top there. It can make it really difficult to get it out. There's two Phillips screws behind there. So go ahead and loosen and remove those. Handle cover here. Now if you're just trying to replace your interior door handle, there's just a little clip on the back that we've got to disengage from the back of the handle here. You do that by simply prying up, sliding it over, and then you can lift that rod right out, and now your handle's out. Alright, with our door handle off, there's a Phillips screw. We've already removed the two here. There's a Phillips screw there's a hole right here under the door pull. It's sort of a blind screw. You got to feel around for it. We're going to loosen and remove that just as I find it. There we go. We got that screw out there. Now you want to pull, separate the door panel. One more. Yep. It's going to be a Phillips screw right underneath the armrest there. You can see our door panels now. Simple matter of lifting it up off the door. On the back, we have a wiring harness here. That's what's going to plug into your power window switch. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect that. Better angle on here. Sometimes you got to use a flat blade screwdriver to kind of get it out. There's also a couple of clips that are going to hold that wiring harness to the door panel. We can pull those right out. I'll show you those in a second. Now our door panel's free. These are the little clips here that snap into the back of the door panel, and of course that's your wiring harness. Okay, now that we have the door panel off, we're going to have a clip here. That's what holds the water shield. Epoxy that sort of secures the water shield to the door frame. And what you want to do is you want to be careful not to tear or stretch your water shield because it's going to help dull noise and keep water out of some of the electrical components in here. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and pull back the water shield so that we can go ahead and get the wiring harness for the mirror, and then we'll go ahead and get it changed out. So after we use some needle nose pliers to kind of pull that clip out, I'm going to use a flat blade screwdriver. You may want to use a putty knife or something like that, just to kind of separate the epoxy and the water shield. Like I said, you do want to keep the water shield in as close to perfect condition as possible. This epoxy will come apart pretty easily. It is kind of a pain. It's incredibly sticky and can really kind of gum up your hands a little bit. Okay. As you can see, it's a little bit of screwdriver there. Okay. Now after we towel up, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and disconnect our wiring harness, and then we can start removing the mirror. Okay, you see our mirror's wiring harness is right here. Go ahead and disconnect. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the wiring harness. There's a little button here you push down on, and it pulls right out. Okay. You also want to go ahead and pop this little clip free, just like the clips that were on the back of the door panel. Take our 10mm socket and a ratchet. Now that mirror comes right off. What you do is you go ahead and pull it free from here, you pull the wiring harness right out. There's nothing wrong with ours, so we're just going to put it right back on. Okay. Use those screw studs as your guide there. Put the new mirror on if that's what you're doing. As you're loosening these last bolts too, you always want to make sure that you hang on to the mirror. Even though the mirror that you're replacing, obviously you're probably replacing it because it's broken, or maybe you're upgrading, still not fun to get broken glass cleaned up from the driveway or garage or whatever. Make sure it's on there real good. Connect your wiring harness. We'll reattach the door panel and we're all set. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and reattach the door panel. You want to make sure you plug in your power window switch. There's a little lip on the door panel, so it slides right over the door lock lever, right onto the door frame. Get it lined up just right. When you do, you'll know. There you go. Sits right down on there. Okay. Now remember, there's those clips. So we'll pop those right back into place. They'll pop right back in, just like they should. Okay. Got Phillips screws here and here. We'll go ahead and tighten those up. Tightened up. I'm going to go ahead and reset our pin here. Feed it right into the opening. You want to push right in. Snaps right into place there. Then we'll reattach the interior door handle and the final trim panel, and we're all set. Okay, now just a little clip on the back of your door handle here. There's nothing wrong with our door handle, so we're just going to put it right back in. What you're going to want to do is there's a little sort of L-shaped rod here, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to slide it down in the opening on the handle. There's a little opening there. Then you want to snap that clip onto the rod. That's what makes sure the rod doesn't jump up and down on you whenever you're driving. Okay, so you fit the handle right in. Get your 2 Phillips screws there. Trim panel, remember the little tab goes on top. Snaps right into place. And there we go. Easy as that.